It is another week. Welcome to Loving the Skin I'm In. I am Donovan Sadiq. I will throw a rock, deny it, run, dare you to catch me, because I'm that type of guy. I'm with my partner, Demetra, the infamous Demetra K. D, are you still earning the hate, or what's going on with that?
I think so. I think I'm earning the hate. I'm on a pretty even playing field with the hate right about now.
Yes, yeah. Because people just can't stand your commentary, and I don't understand what it is you're saying that they should be against.
The truth.
The truth. Is that what it is?
It's the truth.
Yeah, your numbers are looking good. I'm serious. Your numbers with the traffic going through, and I even went back and I hashtag a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Old videos too, just hashtag them. But keep sending me the hashtags so I can put them on the videos. In the news.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Before we go, let me give a disclaimer. We are here to promote. I gotta do it. We are here to promote the. You say it better than I do.
At Loving the Skin I'm In, our job and duty, objective rather, is to promote the issues that are important to Black people and understanding in hopes of bettering our race to our rightful place in the world.
And more commonly, giving self-esteem to our Black women and women of color.
Absolutely.
That's the main objective of the show.
Because the woman is the first teacher, Black woman is the mother of civilization. Without the mother, everything else kind of falls apart. And
we see what's going on in the Black community with these single mothers raising our children.
Lord. So what had happened?
Okay, what had happened was, in the news... For those of you guys that haven't heard, and by the way, you guys are watching a podcast. So if we're not looking at the camera, I got a lot of comments about that. We're actually doing a podcast. So we just want you guys to see what we're doing. And by the way, your hair looks lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Did you murder anybody for it?
No.
Okay,
I think this is plastic. So.
Right. Okay, there you go. Okay, because I want to make sure I don't get killed.
Okay, no.
All right. We got to laugh about this stuff. So everybody at home, you guys, what you guys are watching is a podcast. So... we're basically doing a radio show, and we just wanted to put this up because some people, they like to, if they're sitting at home, they want to see us, what we're doing and who we are and how we do it.
Mugs.
So before we get started, I want you guys to take a look at this clip. This is Jennifer Hudson claiming that she is being beaten by her 10-year-long fiance, David Otunga, who's a former wrestler and a Harvard graduate and lawyer. So let's take a look at this clip. And she didn't say beating, but basically here's a little clip of them breaking up or talking about the breakup through their little thing. So let's take a look. And that was J HUD on that. Now, in the news, what had happened was... everything that she said in that clip was bullshit. Okay. About her, about her being pushed and she's scared of him and all of that. Okay. You guys might not like this. And a lot of women, yeah, that's right. In this climate. Okay. It's crazy how these women take a narrative and they run with it like it's gospel and they think they can get away with it. You can get a Black man killed or any man just by saying you were attacked when there's no truth to it. This man has been taking care of his son for the 10 years because she's the one with the more prominent career. Now, and great that the laws are being reversed and doing things like that. So what had happened was she has withdrawn her claim of physical violence and being scared and all of that before they even went to court. Why did she do that, you say?
Why?
Probably because it wasn't true.
Well, wasn't he awarded something very valuable?
Yes. He was awarded right now temporary full custody, according to J HUD's people, because she's she's on tour right now in Australia or London. She's doing that voice and stuff like that. So that's why. But if it wasn't for that, she would get custody.
And the exact wording was he will retain.
So
it's almost like, well, we recognize he's always had physical custody, so there's no reason to take it from him.
Right. Exactly. But here's the playbook that a lot of women will use against men when it comes to custody of the children. They are in fear of their life or violence or whatever. In the deposition that I read, she had claimed that he had pushed her one time in the house.
And that warranted all
of this.
Really?
All of this, yes. That's the only thing that she could come to. And the only reason she did that was to get an advantage
Right.
In the custody battle for the child. Now, you have all these women out here, D, that keep claiming, oh, men ain't no good. They ain't taking care of their kids. They ain't doing this. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing nothing. Okay? Right?
Woo!
But that's what they're saying, right?
Yes.
Upset.
Something like that.
And some of you guys, you're absolutely right. It is society's fault that you picked Ray Ray and Pookie down the street to have children with. That's right. Blame society for that. No, blame yourself. You knew that motherfucker wasn't about shit, but you had children with him anyway. So you guys were having these kids, and and this guy's a good dude. Here's a man that is taking care of his kids. He's putting his children before even his own career.
Right.
He's a part-time wrestler with WWE, but what a lot of you jabronis don't know is he is on the WWE legal team.
So wait, hold on a second. So he's not this deadbeat that's sitting home collecting checks from J HUD, because that's the commentary.
Yes, that's the commentary.
That's a lot of that.
Of course not.
She's taking care of him, and he's this.
He is not a Mary J. Blige, Kendu Isaac situation.
He's the stay-at-home Mr. Mom type situation.
No. Yes, he's a stay-at-home Mr. Mom in the aspect that he does his 9 to 5
and brings
himself home because she is on the road, doing her career, which is faltering. You don't see her in any movies. You don't see her any sing. She's basically
she's trying. Yeah. I think you hit on a good point. I think especially for black men. Y'all do get stereotyped with and stigmatized with, oh, well, y'all ain't this, y'all ain't that, you want this and you want that. But here, like you said, is this man is trying to raise his son. Not even trying, he is raising his son. He's fighting to be in his son's life. But then you have her who's, oh my gosh, I'm scared. He pushed me, he this and he that. But it's like, okay, you've been engaged to your point, damn near 10 years to this man. And all of a sudden, because now y'all breaking up, like you said, you want to take the advantage and try to throw something out there. And his lawyer made a good point in saying, it's unfortunate that J HUD in this climate, with all the allegations with Hollywood and all that, has chosen to do that. Demonize this man who's done nothing but take care of his son. You want to throw this allegation out there. He's pretty saying, saying it's irresponsible. I mean, why?
Right. And then he seemed very supportive of your career.
Then she had a restraining order against the man. So, and then I read too, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I read this morning, as a matter of fact, that he needed in order for him to spend any time with the child, he needed to get written permission from him. Yes. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
This man been raising this baby his whole life, and now all of a sudden he need a written permission from you?
That's the playbook women do, because they use the child as a damn hostage against the father. But black men take care of their baby. Here's a brother that's doing it. He's her brother that is actually doing it. And instead of saying, wow, that guy's a good dude, these allegations of being abused, she has no allegation, to put that stigma on that man. Now think about this. Let's say, well, he is an upstanding guy. You are now, by putting that out there in the media like that, are now, as we all know today, Matt Lauer got fired.
Oh God, I read that this morning. I was like, fired. That's not Matt Lauer too.
Right. So, and that's not the end of it. There's going to be more of that. But here's a guy, a brother. You are putting him on blast and making these false allegations against him, which is going to hurt him in his employment.
And that's what his lawyer was saying. I'm paraphrasing. I'm sure he was a little bit more polished, but he's like, that's jacked up.
Yeah.
This. At what means will you? What will you go to damage this man for the sake of just getting a child?
Right.
Now, and to your point, I don't know how true it is, but if she is, messing with the producer, has another man, that could be motivation too. Listen. Let's just write, because a lot of women do that. Let's write the man off. Right. We don't need the daddy. I got a new daddy. Boo daddy.
And here's the thing. They've been trying to work this stuff out for months, okay? Because the bottom line is, I've been reading all the blogs, and it's funny how we need to step our game up, girls, whatever. You know what? Black women are worth $5. And I'm not talking about women like Demetra and you women out there that are holding it down and doing what you're supposed to do.
Bank account lately.
Right. Well, look, guess what? When you got friends and you got a man, you ain't got to worry about it. That's right. You balling out of control. But these are the women where I'm talking about, those women that are on the system and doing all this. And you keep saying about, oh, guy can't do this. It's tough enough trying to get a job out here to put this man's, he's a lawyer by his profession and what his degree is. So you are really impacting what this man can do down the road. And
not only that, it's a stigma that he doesn't deserve. She's putting something on him. Then I also read or saw somewhere where she was saying that he left a gun on a counter or something, and she knows how afraid she is of guns because her family was murdered.
And here's the thing. There is no record of this man owning a gun.
Okay, right. And so, not only that, this man knows what you've been through, your whole family.
Right, and he's just going to terrorize you.
Plus, he's taking care of your son. You think this man, a lawyer who's been taking care of this child, you think he's just going to arbitrarily leave a gun out? Oops.
Yeah, just...
Like, why would you even have a gun out in the house
Wait. Wasn't that an episode of What's Love Got to Do with It? What you going to do is...
Maybe she was watching a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit too much.
Let me take out a Tina's playbook.
Yeah, playbook. Mm-hmm. You can't have a broken John sing. See, and I'm not saying all women make these allegations because, like I said, that could have been sensationalism for the movie or whatever. I'm
sure it was.
Broken John. Yeah, I've read Ike. I think the guy was, and here's a little thing trivia for you guys. Do you guys know that Ike and Tina Turner, when they were together, never won a Grammy?
I did know that.
Ike Turner won a Grammy without Tina.
And she won a couple without him, right?
Without him. So I'm just giving like that. If people say, well, Ike never won shit. He did win a Grammy about 3 or 4 years before he died.
Ike was a genius. He might have been whooping some ass, but...
Right. But back to my thing with this situation... for her to pull it back, obviously she knows that if she went to court with that, it's not going to work out because there's no allegations to it. This is a really good dude. He has now custody. Okay, and back to my original story. I'm sorry I'm jumping all over the place. But they've been trying to work this out for months because the allegation came out that she started fucking her producer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, why didn't that come up in her statement?
Well, because usually...
Wait. But he didn't say a thing about it. He's being a man saying,
right.
Look, okay,
I'm not going to put your business out on the street.
I know, let's
fight fair.
Let's fight fair.
Right.
I believe that I should have the child because he's been with me the whole time anyway. And I know a mother's instinct. The child should be with him no matter what. No. There's some situations where a child... I
want to know what woman you...
No. If you guys would listen to those, read those blogs that I read, and see how these women are just, girl, step your game. I'm just dogging a brother out when they don't even know the facts. What would you do as a woman and your man was fucking on you? Oh, well, he didn't want to marry her anyway. She didn't want to marry him.
Yeah, because she wanted to divorce or break up, right?
No. She just wanted, he's a brother, she wanted to keep her family.
No, but I'm saying, but who initiated the breakup? Because they were never married. Okay, so he did. Okay.
Yeah, because he found out that she was fucking.
Oh, well, God, yeah.
And he was like, hey, look, I gotta
that's funny because I never, in the articles I read, never saw the reason they broke up, but that was why.
Yeah, because she was in the studio with this dude, and this guy is a Christian producer.
It's funny. Al was saying that he thinks they're trying to make her go gospel now.
Well, yeah, because she ain't making no...
So that makes sense. So she's... Come on now. Is she in there with Kirk Franklin? Not really.
Kirk Franklin.
And she messing around?
Yeah, she was messing around with this dude. Okay, if it's over, it's over. But when I was reading the blogs, I was just appalled at how they were putting the blame on this dude. Oh, he looks gay anyway. They were just tearing this dude.
About his name is Punk and all this other stuff.
They were just tearing this dude down when she is the cause of the breakup of that family. And like I always told you, D, you are a product of your environment. 70% of young black women nowadays do not get married. She is from Chicago with this guy for 9 years. And here's the sad thing. And we know a little about law. It doesn't matter if you're married or not. Common law is just as strong as being married.
Depending on where you live. Yeah, where you live.
But let's forget where you live. You got a child involved. You're done.
That's a check.
You're done.
That's a check.
You're done. So all you ignorant people out there and these women that are making these stupid comments, oh, brothers will never marry you, whatever. No, in this situation, she didn't want to marry him.
Yeah, and my allegation, because I like J Hud, I really did. But when I read that, she was throwing those allegations, I'm like,
she went to her Chicago roots and threw down the ghetto.
I said, come on.
Defense.
That's just... To me, that's just a cold blow. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the lights and the cameras and all that go away, that's still your son's father. And so How is he going to look at that when he's old enough to ascertain what's going on? Dang, mommy said that my daddy, hit her, pushed her, whatever the case is, and that wasn't true. So I think what she did was she recanted because she saw it wasn't going in her favor.
Yeah, it wasn't going in her favor.
I'm going to need to be able to spend time with him. Mm-hmm. So let's just go on and drop this.
Drop this and let me try to not get in a Mary J. Blige situation and make it worse than what it is, because she just defamed this man to no ends. And I hope it really turns out. I really hope that he gets full custody.
I do too, honestly. I honestly think he does too.
Because, the man sacrificed. And you got to think about this too. He wanted to get married. He wasted 10 years of his life. He was raised with his mother and his father.
Right. So, well, I hope he gets him simply because she's a liar. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, you ruin somebody else's life to get what you want.
You lose all that weight, and you just,
not even that, but okay, not even to try to mesh her family tragedy together, but somebody damn near ruined your life.
Right.
So why would you go in, or they've altered your life to where you'll never be the same.
Right.
So why would you do that to somebody else? He's got a couple strikes against him. He's black. He's a man. And he's a man who's trying to be upstanding in society. And so here you are trying to mess Harvard graduate. That over. Yeah, you're trying to, because again, once you put something on somebody,
that stigma stays with them.
Yeah, it's proven not to be true, but it's in the back of your mind. Yeah. Hell, I even seen Wendy Williams going ham on what they did. Yep. He allowed them to call him punk on this show.
Right.
And, he's running around these little bitty Speedos and, all this other stuff.
Yeah, just dog the man out and come to find out. And what I want to say to the ignorant ladies out there that are making these comments, love who you love, whatever the deal is. White, black, red, yellow, it don't matter. It doesn't matter what, homosexual, whatever. Relationships break up and get together, and some are successful, some are not. It doesn't matter what your background is. So that bullshit, girl, step up. I'm sorry. It's just no. And prove me wrong. And we're going to go into the next segment. In my opinion, black women, there's nothing real about you anymore. These younger black women. No. And I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying these younger black women.
Okay, break it down.
This is going to go into your segment. And I know people are going to be like, oh, that motherfucking coon and motherfucker over there.
No, my segment ain't got nothing to do with that. Go ahead, brother.
But I was going to move into your segment. You pick your Kool-Aid. There's nothing real about black women anymore. Fake hair, fake eyes, fake eyelashes, fake boobs, fake butt, fake leg, fake glass eye. We can go on and on and on. So for you guys to throw a black man under the bus, and like I said, I feel for you guys that have been in relationships where the guy didn't do what he was supposed to do. But if you knew he was the neighborhood drug dealer, hey, that's your fault. If you knew that he wasn't employable, that's your fault. You made those decisions. Society didn't make those decisions. Do not stereotype all of us. I don't stereotype all black women. This black woman sitting next to me is probably the most, she comes from a family of nothing but success. So
well, thank you.
I can't. Now I don't know where you got those badass nephews and nieces.
But nieces and nephews are angels.
But we can't really go around stereotyping people. Just like what I just said. You don't like me stereotyping all black women? Don't stereotype all black men. What does this black man have to do? He graduated from Harvard. I graduated from Embry-Riddle, which is like the top aeronautical school in the world.
Well, not like it is.
Yeah, right. It is, right. Yeah. So it's just sad. And know the whole story before you start banging the brother out. He don't want to marry her. He did want to marry her.
And regarding fake black women, they're not all fake black women.
Not all of them.
Okay, I would say there's, I don't know, I could be wrong, more black, why are you looking at me like that?
Go ahead.
More black women that are real per se than there are fake. Now,
and before y'all start cooning me, I have never dated a white woman in my life.
And he never will.
But never say never. Because I love my sister. You can coon me all day you want, but like I said, me and her sister are going to be getting married in about 3 years.
No, but I understand what you're saying. Right. It's like, you do have, and I've heard that commentary before, women saying, I need a real man.
Right.
I can't remember what comedian it was.
Right. Can we have a real woman?
Yeah, but he was like, you run around talking about you want a real man, but your hair ain't real, your eyes ain't real, your eyelashes, your booty, everything about you is fake. But yeah, you want a real man. how do you and where do you even get off?
Right,
you know,
right. So,
but yeah, I think J-Lo, what she suffered from was
J-Hud.
J-Lo. Oh, I'm sorry, not J-Lo. My daughter loves J-Lo. But that's another one though. But but J-Hud, I think she suffers from I'm a woman, I got money, and I can.
Right.
You know, but it's like there's so much.
Bow down, nigga. She listens too much
right,
Beyonce.
But not only that, I mean, it's like you said, she obviously has a lot of following who, you know, gone girl, get him girl, yeah, he this and he that. It's like this man is, you know, fighting to spend time with his son, but yeah, y'all raking this dude over the coals. He ain't there. I've never heard anything bad about the guy.
Yeah, I don't think he's fighting his son. She's taking whatever their normalcy was away from him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's fighting to be able to do that, but yeah, she, not only can she say, you know what, listen, all right, we were not together no more.
Yeah,
let's try
I
to
fucked
fix
on
this.
you.
Yeah, let's just try to fix this. Yes, you know, I'm gone out the country because she's doing some show overseas. I'm gone out the country a lot. Let's just keep doing what we're doing.
And the thing, I think she also said with this too, because remember, she's on The Voice now.
Yeah.
So they don't want the bad press.
I think they said this is they're not renewing her contract or something.
Yeah, I think she's going to do one season.
But this is you know, because you talk about this a lot. You brought up Matt Lauer. And all the other cats that are now getting fired.
And we're not done.
But Matt Lauer got fired without any proof.
Right.
But they said, you know, they have reason to believe there's some validity to it.
They did an internal investigation within the company.
And I guess some more is coming out.
And they said that's it. You're out of here.
Yeah, okay.
And remember, Matt Lauer is one of the most powerful people at NBC.
Not only that, he is the highest paid news anchor ever at $28 million a year. And they said that I guess he was instrumental in getting rid of Tamron Hall.
Yeah.
What's the Asian?
What's her name? I know.
Yeah, so he's like you said, he was the big wig around there.
All that for 15 minutes of.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
But to your point, and I'm not defending any of these dudes, but here this man is. There's no real proof yet that he's done this. Fired, the most powerful news anchor ever on TV.
And you got to remember, a lot of these companies. It's cause. They can fire you without.
I get it, but I'm talking about this dude. I'm like Matt Lauer. What is NBC without Matt Lauer? I mean, and I don't even have.
That's TV. Like what was her name? Katie Couric when she was the big one. Yeah.
But so they've taken a swift boot to his ass. All right, but what about your J-Hud? Who clearly the lady is lying. Where is her ramifications or her punishment for lying?
Wait! Not. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Holding a black woman accountable? Wasn't this on your show? Didn't we talk about this on your show?
Not even the fact that she's black, but just in general.
Holding a black woman accountable? Are you serious?
But
we can't hold them accountable for nothing.
Yeah, sure you can. You're supposed to be able to. I mean, even it was some lady in the Roy Moore case who went to the New York Times or Washington Post, one of them, with a lie.
Yeah.
She lied.
She actually worked for the Moore people. She tried to spin it like, hey, this is a plant.
Yeah, so she's lying on this dude. But yeah, it's like, okay, well, so she just gets to go home and have tea and cake?
See,
I mean, what should happen to her?
See, and here's the sad thing. Now that all these allegations are coming out to be false and things like that, this is really going to hurt real women who are really in those situations.
Right, because to me, listen, I'm not victim shaming or any of that kind of stuff at all, but to me, all of those cases can't be true.
Right.
We just got, I mean, hell, me and you both know people who were falsely accused of something they didn't do for whatever reason. I remember when I was like 16 years old, and I wanted to go hang out with my friend, and she had two dudes, and one boy, she had a boyfriend, and he had a friend, and all this other stuff. And my mom was like, yeah, you could go, but you need to be back here at 10. And it was like 8:30 already. I'm like, Mom, I want to go. You're being mean to me. So then my other friend ended up going. And then that Monday it came back, she claimed he raped her.
And she was a white girl. And you knew that wasn't true.
I knew it wasn't true, but what had happened was...
She's with a Negro. And
they had sex unprotected, and she thought maybe, well, if I'm pregnant, I better get a jump on this. I mean, they called the police on this kid and everything, and then she admitted that she lied. So
what was the ramifications of her?
Nothing. He was glad that he didn't go to jail.
And what do I say about family court? These women, if there was a penalty for women lying, everybody makes a mistake, but you wouldn't see all these women making false accusations against these men when they're not sure.
Well, I think you would see a lot less of that if it was okay. Listen, we're not saying Miss Ann or whatever your name is that you cannot bringing allegations against this guy.
But you better.
However,
you can't come here 2, 3, 4 times.
Well, not only that, but if you come in 2, 3, 4 times because you had 2, 3, 4 stupid dudes who put their seed up in you. But if we find out you're lying, I mean, for anything, then you're going to suffer some consequences. You don't just get to go home because this dude probably spent $10,000-$20,000 in child support, legal fees, and all this other stuff to prove what you already knew to be true. Right.
Yeah. So it's just super, super sad.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think it should be two ways. I mean, like we said, we got these allegations going up against everybody in Hollywood. We ain't gonna be able to watch nothing no more because they taking everything off TV, which is fine. And
thank you, Bill Cosby.
But in most of these cases, none of it has been proven.
None of it has been proven.
But these dudes are losing, and I'm not saying they didn't do it. Right. But they're losing their jobs, they're losing their reputation, they're losing their income, their families, all of this stuff. Matter of fact, did you see some I don't know her name, but some actress, we got airplanes, big old airplanes.
Yeah, Marsh Reserve Base is right next to us.
Some actress in the UK, she's a black lady.
Oh yeah. She said she was raped by Harvey Weinstein.
But do you know who she threw up in the mix?
What's her name? Naomi Campbell.
And
I forgot the other one.
Oprah.
Oh right, Oprah pimping. Oprah pimping that thing out.
She said, "Look, that sounds like to a couple of Wendy Williams and shit."
Oprah pimping that thing.
No, but I was reading the art because I read all my news early in the morning. I do too. I guess what had happened was they was at some event. I don't know what it was, and Harvey Weinstein had Naomi on one arm and Oprah on the other, and they lured her.
Right, and she thought Harvey was gonna come through with some big project. And so I guess he said, "You dumb bitch."
Right, I guess she, to be clean about it, he took it, 15 ways to Sunday in some bathroom, and so she was like
4 inches.
Ooh.
4 inches. Ooh. Anyway, go ahead.
So I guess after that, she was, of course, now she's telling the story. I just think,
God. Wait. That's it.
He said
guilty.
He was going to, catapult my career, and then they
casting couch.
Here we are,
casting couch. And he's denying everything.
Well, he's not denying that any of that happened. I mean, I think he clearly is admitting that he's a pig.
Yeah, but
however, he said there were contention. I mean, what do you call it? Consensual.
Consensual.
He said I didn't take nothing that wasn't given to me.
Right.
So these women just saying that I just conked them over the head.
and just grabbed it.
He said that didn't happen. Now, Harvey Weinstein, who we know to be one of the most powerful men, if not the most powerful man in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he probably did. Look, girl, I'm into this. I need you to do this,
want to
that,
be a
and
star?
the other.
You want to be a star?
Okay. So I'm sure it's not something he had to just take.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Because the sad thing is, what you won't do, there's hundreds that will do it.
Right. So, I mean, but yeah, I just think the women who lie in the J HUD, obviously she's been proven that. Well, she recanted. So you don't recant something that's true.
Right.
So I think there should be some sort of consequence. You potentially ruining this man's life.
And you brought Oprah into it? Oprah selling that thing!
Well, J HUD didn't, but did I say J-Lo? J HUD, the chick from UK. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, shit.
Oprah selling that thing!
Well, because, Oprah's been, I guess she's been fairly silent, but now she got thrown up in the dog pile. She basically said her and Naomi lured her into, having sex, I guess, or being with him.
Why couldn't Oprah do it?
Do what?
Give that man what he needed.
She like, motherfucker, I got more money than you.
That's what I'm saying. Why would she have to, bring this other girl?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen.
I would have said, Naomi, get in there and take that damn wig off your head. And get in there.
I love Oprah just as much as the next person.
Yes,
I have my issues with Oprah, but overall, I think Oprah is a nice person. However, I think we get confused that Oprah, we think she's this deity. Like Beyonce. Well, I'm saying in general, people think Oprah's this deity. She tells women to go swing your panties off the roof and then you'll be 10 pounds smaller. They'll go do the shit,
Right.
But so I think we get caught up in Oprah being this deity and, Oprah, that certain things are beneath her. I mean, Harvey's her dude. He probably was like, damn, who was that? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's such and such. Mm-hmm. And they went over to her.
You want that?
You
can have that, my brother.
Naomi. Mega supermodel, Harvey Weinstein, who is the dude that gonna make everything happen,
produces
and
everything,
Oprah, who goes, it's hot. They all Watusi over to you, and what are you gonna do?
I'd be like, are we all doing this together, or what's going on here?
But I mean, to me, so I think we need to stop putting people on these. Oh, they wouldn't do that pedestal.
You never know. Like I said,
never know. He probably was like, "Who's your friend?"
I mean, when I went to court, when old girl was like saying stuff about our personal life. I was like, you better not tell them about that goat.
Oh,
you better not tell them. I had you running around the building and jumping on my face, stuff like that. Whatever, don't you tell them. I don't want that shit on public record. No, I'm just messing around. But in all seriousness, though, this is nothing new. It's an old playbook move. To my brothers out there, black women are, to me, I mean,
watch out.
No. To me, black women, of course, the black women in the United States are hybrids. And what I mean by hybrids hybrid is you're not, you've been watered down.
Don't start with that B2-1000
because no. They're hybrids. Yeah, hybrids because you've been watered down, in the mixture of the European culture. There's nothing, I mean, look what I'm sitting next to. Banging, just everything. A lot of everything. I don't know how Al, you need some help? No. so anyway, I mean, it's unfortunate that these incidents do happen, but you are a product of your environment. She wants her child. She wants it all. She wants to get rid of this nigga. What's sad is she screwed on the nigga and then doesn't want to take responsibility for the consequences of that. So she figures, I'm going to screw on you and still take my child and have everything to myself and then ruin your reputation at the same time. And that's a ghetto mentality.
Well, and to me, it's cold because it's like, he's disposable.
Right.
Well, this ain't just some dude you was banging up the street. This is your child's father. And you put it out there to the world. He means nothing to me. He's disposable. Yeah. I'll even lie on this dude to get what I want. And then,
How many interviews over the 10 years that she would go on these shows and they say, when are y'all getting married? When are y'all getting married? Oh, he ain't going nowhere. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember her saying
he ain't going nowhere. My stuff is
and
platinum. He ain't going nowhere, girl.
Because I even saw an interview when he was talking about her. Somebody, I can't remember who it was. Did you like her as a big girl or, smaller way she is now? And he says, well, I like the Jennifer with the curves. And she was pretty much, well, like, he'll get over it, get used to it. Type thing.
Like, nigga,
but why is that, though? They say when women, when they were a bit fluffier or however the term is thick, and then they lose all the weight, and it's like...
Look, I'm going to say this. If your sister loses...
well, she on a mission right now.
I know,
but going to California fat.
Right, but look, like I said, I want her to stay in that range, that 165 range. Woo!
Well, she almost 6 feet, so she passed 160.
Well,
but she wears it well.
Yeah,
though.
She wears it well, and that's what I'm saying. I don't like her small. I don't want her small. Don't bring no small stuff up in here. Like I said, them thing. Woo, that's all woman.
Be able to pounce you off.
Yeah, man, that. There are some people you look at their genes and you say, man, that's a good family. You guys are well blessed. Like I said, your mom, beautiful. Oh my God. I can see why Dad jumped on that. So, beautiful woman. I mean, just everything you need. But it's unfortunate that we do that to each other.
Right.
And for all these women, oh girl, step your game up, leave these black men alone, whatever. Okay, if you reach that point, okay. But let me tell you something: the grass isn't always greener on the other side either.
That's what we're gonna talk about on the next segment.
Okay,
but no, we can still talk about it. I mean, it's true. You do have. I just think, especially with somebody like J-Lo, when you have the spotlight and you got all these women and people. I mean, hell, we talking about J Hud that got up there with the, what's that song, Jennifer, the holiday song, and blew the whole thing.
And I'm telling you, I'm not going.
Well, she got a lot of women so she got droves of fans, so you got this platform.
And she stole that movie from Beyonce.
It wasn't supposed to, but she did.
She did. An unknown person.
I went to the movies and saw it with my mom, and I was like, this movie ain't gonna be all that.
It ain't like the original. Yeah.
Man, when she sang that, I was like...
the funny thing is, I remember when my mom went to the stage play. Guess who starred in the stage play?
Because I remember my mom went back in the 80s.
In the early 80s. 79, 80.
It was Nell Carter, wasn't it?
No, Nell Carter wasn't it.
But she was in something.
But there's a famous actress.
Behaving is what she was in.
Yeah. There's a famous actress that was in that. Cheryl Lee Ralph. She was the original Dream Girl. She was the original Dream Girl. And then I forgot the other two, but Cheryl Lee Ralph is still around. And she was an original Dream Girl.
Yeah, my mom went to see that.
It was at the Pantages Theater.
It must have been. I remember that.
Cause I remember, Mom, I woke up the next morning, I saw the brochure.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dream Girl? What the hell is that?
So, with Jennifer Holliday.
Yeah.
But you're right. She stole that role. But she has this platform. I just think she needs to be responsible. Like, do the right thing. Don't do this man.
Well, the thing is, you're a public person. You're in the public thing. Do you really need that negative press of fighting and the infighting, especially if it's not true.
Well, again, and this is where black women, I think, have gone wrong. We followed, yes, and this is the first time I think we're going to talk about white people in this since we've been talking. That we follow, not me, but we follow white women in the whole feminism into, girlie, you don't need no man. We can do this all by ourselves. Matter of fact, take your bra off, burn shit. Leave the kids. We're going to go find ourselves and leave your man. And he's just a piece of meat anyway. And so here Jennifer is. I think she's fallen into that a little bit on top of knowing how the world feels about black men. And so I'm going to be up here and perpetuate that same stereotype. Oh, he hit me. Oh, he pushed me. And then, like you said, all the blogs you read, girl, he ain't this and that.
He's gay. I just love the way black women, the first thing they when they don't like a brother, he gay. He gay. What? Go ahead.
Like, that's so boring. They didn't have anything else besides it. Even if he was gay, maybe your ass made him that way. I mean, I'm just saying.
But why is it that you have to attack our sexuality?
I just think, well, you know how black women fight. When we get mad as we talk about your mama, we talk about your bald-headed granny.
I had a girl at the court thing, she had sent me a message on the check that she owed me. And she said, you're the smallest I've ever had. Well, I'm rocking 9, so if you can't handle 9, that's like throwing a sausage down the hallway. Nothing I can do for you. So, you ain't hurting my feelings by saying that.
Told her that's the most expensive little piece you ever had.
Exactly.
Because you paid me my money, and you had it repeatedly, so how small was it?
Exactly. I mean, you're not hurting my feelings. I'm a grown adult. You're not hurting my feelings. Just give me my money.
Run me my money and then... Do what you're going to do.
We had our fun, whatever, and you're not hurting my feelings because I know I'm rocking.
It's funny when I was working years and years ago, and which was one of the reasons why I never dated people I work with, because the minute you break up, everybody knows your business. Yes. Oh, she like to do it like this. Oh, yeah, she has this and she has that. And she can't do this and she can't. Everybody knows. So I was like, nope, I'm not dating nobody at the job. But I would hear women say, ew, his thing was small. It was the size of one of them dumb suckers. Yeah.
Oh, man.
This girl said that his thing was the size of a dum-dum.
Right.
And so people ran around the job probably to this day. I'm not going to call them dum-dum.
And it's sad because, we're supposed to be adults. Like I said, that woman didn't hurt me. You can say whatever you want because I know it's not true.
Right.
So, and like you said, if it was so small or whatever, why'd you keep coming back repeatedly?
Again and again. Right. So, like, girl, going somewhere.
Yeah, going somewhere with that. But, in J-Lo's thing, like I said, she's from
J-Hud. See, now you said
I'm sorry, J-Lo. In J-Hud's, not defense, but again, she's from Chicago. She's from the mean streets of Chicago, South Side. I guess she's from. She had a fairy tale type story, and
mean street.
You're raised a certain way, and that's your defense mechanism. Right. You're still rocking with your girls from the block and everything, and it's unfortunate, but we have to be smarter than that and saying, well, wow, if I dog this man who went to Princeton or Harvard and all this other stuff, that's going to affect his money flow and how he's going to financially support the child that we have together.
You brought up something about Chicago. Now listen to Chicagoans.
Yes.
I'm just asking questions. Okay. I'm not really making any blanket statements. I'm just asking questions now. Okay. Because I know a lot of people from Chicago, but I've heard a lot from people who aren't from Chicago how ruthless people from Chicago are.
Chirac?
No, well, not just from Chirac, but just in general, the mentality like, I'll do you dirty and sleep well at night type thing. Have you heard anything about that?
I have some friends that are from Chicago. I mean, they have a total different mentality.
I would say every man that I've met or dealt with, my ex-husband, was from Chicago, man. They'll
cold.
Sleep with 2 neighbors across the street and look you dead in the eye and say I didn't do the shit. And then when you find out, well,
right.
I knew him from high school.
Right. It was just one of those things.
I knew them before I knew you.
Right. And again, look at the stuff that's going on in Chicago with all the murders and killings. I mean, they know who killed Jaheim down the street. They just ain't talking about it. You know what I mean? They know. I mean, 500. Wait, I think the number is almost 600 murders now.
Close to 7, I think.
7, yeah, 7. I mean, come on, all those murders unsolved?
Hey, how about that post you tagged me in with Coon Quisha?
We need to talk about that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You want to say that for the next segment?
We're going to say that for the next segment because
we're going to start calling her as Coon Quisha.
Because that was unreal. And
Cooning.
And another thing is, real quick before we go into the next segment, is for those of you guys that do not understand what Colin Kaepernick protest was about, it had nothing to do with disrespecting soldiers. It had nothing to do with disrespecting the flag. It was about bringing attention to police shooting down black people in the streets. So all this other stuff, I mean, it's incredible to me how people look at it. Well, this one older soldier guy who's in the Navy, he said something on the post, and I said, number one, you didn't sign up to defend a fucking flag.
Right. If that was the case, you wasted your time.
Then you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Right.
You sign up to be a soldier to protect the Constitution. So if it's their right to spit on the flag, wipe their ass with the flag, burn the flag, whatever, you signed up to protect their right to do that. And
you would know. I mean, you did it for 24 years.
But it's just so sad how a lot of my fellow military brothers, they're disrespecting our flag. That's right.
And since we got a couple of minutes, we'll just get into a little bit of it here. I know we've been talking about J-Hub, which is kind of trivial, which is fine, but that's what a lot of white people do.
Yes.
They hijack the narrative. Mm-hmm. And I mean, just like Black Lives Matter, well, all lives matter. Blue lives matter. White women and house moms' lives matter. Right. All these other lives matter. And it's like, okay, nobody's saying your life don't matter. We're saying Black lives matter because we're getting mowed down in the streets and everywhere else unjustly. And these people are getting away with it. Right. And so that's what they do. Colin took a knee. Now all of a sudden he's disrespecting the flag. Did that man ever one time say, I'm not standing for the flag? Matter of fact, it wasn't even about the flag. Mm-hmm. It was about the national anthem. But most people who won't do their research in their history would know that the national anthem is racist and should nobody be singing it because Francis Keys wrote it out of being pissed off because he was losing the slaves. And he basically said, I hope you slaves die. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. And so now, you got all these white people like, well, that's fine, but this is our country and it's the greatest country in the world. Yeah, your country is the bloodiest country in the world and the most brutal to black people.
Wait, no, that's not true. President Trump said that the Indians were here way before everybody else.
Especially after he called Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas.
Right.
So, I mean, so that's what they're used to doing. They're used to hijacking the narrative and making it into their own. It's about the flag. It ain't about that damn flag.
About the flag at all.
It's about black life. But you know what? This is why I get unmoved by a lot of that stuff.
Earn that hate, D. Earn it.
I get unmoved by it because we need to, when I watch the video back, I'm always wanting to look like I'm doing this, like I'm shuffling cars. Because I'm used to talking with my hands. But I get unmoved by it because we need to stop appealing to white people. White people overall don't give a damn about black people and the things black people go through because they want you to get over it.
Right.
Get over it.
Get over it.
Just forget about it. Mm-hmm. And so we need to care more about ourselves than they care. Stop appealing and trying to appease the white people. They don't give a shit. And
wait, are you saying something that these black women are saying? Oh, girl, step your game up. So what you mean?
Well, I'm saying we should stop. Listen, like I said on the thing, we're going to talk about Quisha, but the fact that white people love her is why we should be cautious.
Yes.
Because they love her.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What did that one post guy say? Welcome to the team or something he had said.
Yeah, that was her objective.
Yeah. Right.
To get on the team and be loved by white people. But like I said on my second point, she'll end up in 6 months.
Right, exactly. And for those of you guys that don't know, I've been put in Facebook jail, so I will be down for at least 24 hours. I do not know why I was put in Facebook jail.
Because you're black.
Yes. But you can still see the show and everything like this on YouTube. Go to News from the Edgemont. It's archived there. Check out our blog spot. Demetra K has a show live, and she's talking the real. 3 p.m. every Sunday. Facebook Live, Demetra K. Check out her show. She is earning the hate. People are just throwing cans, bottles, whatever they can find, whenever they can see her. But always remember, this is Loving the Skin I'm In. However, we talk and we laugh and we joke, but it's a serious matter. Is that what we got to do is start looking at ourselves.
Absolutely.
And stop looking for somebody else to save us. Like you always said, they're not going to save us. We have to save ourselves.
They ain't coming.
So in the next hour, what are we going to talk about in our next hour real quick?
We're going to talk about this new princess.
Yes, half black, half white.
Yes.
Divorcee. And this is the first princess, American person marrying into the royal family since what's his name abdicated in the 1940s.
Well, actually, I got a little history.
You got some history with that. Okay,
break it on down, brother.
And this is actually the first African American woman to come into the family.
We're gonna get into that too.
All right, we're gonna check it out in the next hour.